there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message is play now, pay later, or pay now and play later. Which one do you choose? Play now, pay later, or pay now and play later. Kids, with your homework. You ever seen kids come home, get everything done, and they're okay to play? And then you have those other kids that would come home, they want to play all now, and then they forget the homework sometimes and don't have it done. How about college? People go to college and spend an extra 4, 6, 8, 10 years and a couple dollars. So they can pay now. In 10 years, 20 years, they'll get to play. They'll get the rewards because of it. How about if you want to be in great shape by the summer, we got to pay now so we can play later. How about spiritually? We want to make it to heaven. We want to make it to the next level after life. We got to walk today with discipline. It's the grind now. It's the way that we walk now, and we have to sacrifice a little bit now so we can play later. So how are we going to do this? What are some steps that we can make sure that we pay now so we can play later? I think they're all gonna rhyme. Okay, you ready? We gotta find, we gotta grind, we gotta remind, and we gotta rewind. All right, so let's start with number one. We gotta find our vision. You can't pay the price for something that you don't have a vision for. What is your vision that you're going to pay that price for? Where do you see yourself being 5 years from today? Why are you putting in that work? Why are you grinding? Why are you grinding right now? Why are you doing it? So you can look this way in 3 months, so you can walk this way in 1 year? Number one, find that vision. Number two, grind that vision. Number two, grind it. You got to do the work. And doing the work hurts. I don't care if you're getting in shape, it hurts because you got to eat broccoli over ice cream cake. You got to hit the treadmill over hitting the beach. You got to do the work. You got to grind right now. But if you find your vision and you put in that grind, then the third step is remind. You got to remind yourself of why you're grinding. Remind yourself of your future, where you're going to be 6 months from today, where you're going to be 2 years from today. Right now, some friends and myself, we all partnered up, and Derek and I have shared his vision with me, and we're out there right now grinding for some of these kids out there, for this kids program, for their future. We may not see the fruits of our labor for a year, maybe 5 years, maybe 6 years. But I know in the midst of the grind, in the midst of the sacrifice, oftentimes we got to remind ourselves, why? Why are we doing the work? What was the vision? Number one, find your vision. Number two, that grind. Number three, remind why. And number four, rewind. Start it all over again. Find a new vision, or find that same vision and take it to the next level. What's the next vision? Then you got to grind. Then you got to remind yourself why you're grinding. These are some things that are going to cause you to be able to play later, because we got to pay the price now. So many times I see people stop people and say, man, that guy's life is awesome. Or I wish I could drive that car. Or I wish my wife could stay at home. Or I wish I had these things. Really? I don't know how bad they really want it. Because more often than not, those people have the same ability to have the same amount of success, but they want to pay. They want to pay later. They want to play right now. They'd rather do something else after work. They'd rather do something else on the weekends. They'd rather sleep in a little bit longer. They don't want to do all those extra things that consist of paying now so you can play later. Gang, let's go ahead and pay the price right now so we can all be playing together later. If we follow these steps and we do these things, we will all be on our way to living our very best life. Thanks for joining me this week in the locker room. Looking forward to seeing you all next week.